down here somehow, but I wouldn't mind if it smelled like something besides rotten fish.
Well, as long as I don't get caught.
You see that?
Worse than rough. Lava. Worse than rough. Lava will be unseen. Better try something else. Lava will be unseen.
No one knows, right?
Lava will be unseen.
Happy to oblige. All right.
Not a problem.
Looks like trouble.
Time to separate.
Then, worse than rough. Should have run.
Just like
Can't move. Lava worse than rough.
what can I do you for?
Lava will be unseen. Lava will be unseen.
Happy to oblige.
Need a hand? Think worth the rock. Just say the word.
All right, but I'm keeping what's in there. Guess I wasn't so.
Can do.
Could be a fight. I don't think I can pull that off. Hey, that wasn't half bad.
Scotty, worse than rough.
I have a feeling I'm not going to like what happens next.
Watcher, still your hands. Signath Moor is under my protection. Why do you violate it? I am fond of the creatures it creates. The small among them struggle to best their bolder brethren, and some even succeed. Indeed it is. The Engwithan's fine creation siphons essence from a vein of Adra deep within the earth, and the creatures of this region drink deeply of it. They grow strong, ruthless, and in so doing, worthy of my regard. Should you want to gain my regard as well, you would destroy this place to protect my machine. Then none will have the means to threaten my work here, as you have. Cleverness should hunt always beside strength, Hound of Aethys. Because I am your God, Watcher, and I reward my loyal followers, you would do well to think twice before crossing me. You need only deactivate the 3 pylons scattered about the ruin. That will destroy the barrier protecting this place from the sea. You survived the trial of reaching this place. Surely whatever means allowed you to breathe underwater will serve you on your way back up. No! This lie shall be your last.
Forgive me, but this is the last time I follow you anywhere. This is futile!
All things must come. Even me. Happy to oblige.
Can't take much more.
was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Be unseen. This weapon's no good to me. Be unseen.
Just like glory be to God!
I don't think so.
That's the stuff. What can I do you for? Sure thing. Happy to oblige.
Consider it done.
I'm told you were instrumental in our stand against the Druids. Well done. The Druids have harried us from the moment we made landfall. For a bunch of pencil-twiddling engineers, you mean? Several days ago, I dispatched a small force to quell them, but I've heard nothing of them since. To be frank, I suspect they were killed. And I no longer have enough people to repel another attack. We Rowattians are tougher than most, but we're engineers all the same. We weren't trained to fight. Given your impressive showing in our hour of need, I'd hoped I might impose on you with a request for aid. Go to the bog where I sent my people. You'll find the Druids' leaders there, no doubt. Kill them. Should you do so, the Royal Deadfire Company would stand in your debt, and I would be immensely grateful. I hope your effort to resolve the coral situation is meeting with success. Excellent. You are as dependable as I've been told to expect. Now we can begin logging in earnest. Regarding your reward, we seized a cache of weapons from a gang of pirates we caught sniffing about Sayuka. Of course, we only use regulation weaponry here, so I'd appreciate it if you'd take these off my hands before one of my engineers does something foolish with them. You found me with a rare spare moment. You've brightened my day considerably. We should have the port in working order as soon as the remaining coral is cleared. Ah, before I forget, Atsura would like to see you at the Brass Citadel. Though he appears placid on the surface, Atsura is not a patient man. Did you not read the name on the door before you came in? You do know you're in the office of the Fleet Master, I hope. A smart mouth. What a rare treasure. I'm a Fleet Master of the Rowattian Navy stationed at Sayuka, a research colony of the Royal Deadfire Company. Andra's mortar. Storms that strong, that consistent. I suspect they're not natural.
Castol warned me you would come, but he did not indicate how much he'd have briefed you in advance. You can assure Castol that I would have handled it in due time. I've simply been tied up with other matters. However, if you were to handle this small matter for the both of us, I would see to your reward, personally. Of course, Sayuka, you would be doing for me a grand favor, one which requires the exchange of coin. You're to go to Crookspur and speak with a Master Kua. He runs the island.
Flogging fuck.
Hand me your map, and I'll mark Crookspur's location. I trust that Castol has already pressed upon you the need for discretion regarding this matter. Don't answer that.
What's the good word, Scuttler? Hope the Navy doesn't trouble you none over it. They tend to hold a grudge. Hey, you're better with this than I thought. You open some more work and more coin for your troubles? Your next target is Kwaru, a Huana captain with a black mark on his name. He sees outlander ships like floating game ready to be harpooned. I knew you would. Kwaru helms the junk Kamat O Ungati and lurks on the outskirts of Kua Urikuhu island chain, east of Nekataka. Good hunting, Scuttler.
Puny. Too puny to join my crew. Go away. Be gone. Scram. It is kind of you to announce yourself to me, bounty hunter. It will be just as kind of you to die by my hand.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Worse than rough.
Smart.
Lava beyond seek.
Love beyond seek. Lava beyond seek.
Mo, big seat on us.
Lava beyond seek. Lava beyond seek. Lava beyond seek.
I reap what I sow. All right.
This changes nothing between us.
I welcome your return. So, the puffed-up little charlatan is gone for good. Well done. That's one down. Just 3 left to go. If you're still game. Finally, the lady falls. You already have my gratitude. Now take my coin. But halfway is half done, my friend. There are 2 more members of the Firebrand's old crew that need your special attention. I hope Catherine put on a good show for you before the end. There's just the 1 crew member left now. I'd say it's a shame to have lost such a brilliant mind, but Torkar didn't give you any choice. You've put to bed the last of the Firebrand's crew, my friend, which was more than I ever could have hoped for. Thank you truly. I can rest easy now, knowing they got what they deserved. Back on this again, are we? There's no need to make my concerns your own, my friend. It's family business, that's all. But I suppose you have a right to know. My idiot kid sister was on the Firebrand, seduced to a dishonest life by the promise of adventure. When the pirate hunters killed the crew and sank the ship, they also killed my sister. But those irredeemable lowlifes I sent you after got away without a scrape. I want them to pay. I don't much care how, so long as they take that turn on the wheel. Danae was a wild girl from the day she was born. She came out of the womb yelling loud enough to make your ears bleed. And she never really stopped. She chased a bad end like a winter-starved wolf chases the first fat deer calf of spring. It was only a matter of time before she caught it. But dead is dead. And reminiscing with you won't bring her back.
Who are you? What are you doing here? I had thought... I hoped to never... Why did you bring it here?
You said you would come back for me, but you never did. Alone for all those years, picked up and discarded by countless strange hands, hoping every time that they might be yours. What did I do wrong?
It was no fault of yours. It is I who am to blame. It was shame. I was born a cipher. As a young woman, I was apprenticed to a master animancer. He was keen to refine the art of housing souls, and he believed someone of my abilities might be an asset to his aim. My parents made a pretty copper on that deal. When I left him, I took Moldware with me. I thought it was my responsibility to look after it. I decided that my penance for Moldware's creation would be to hunt those who used animancy for terrible ends. For a time, I took a position with Dunreed Row in Defiance Bay. I saw things that haunt my nights still. With every unscrupulous animancer brought to justice, my guilt grew, knowing I was their equal in evils done. I fled for Deadfire to the Principe, but I was too naive to know that shame has fleet feet. It devoured me. I thought if Moldware were gone, I might finally be free of my shame. How foolish I was. But what of you? What do you want?
I don't remember my life before, so I can't hate you for stealing it from me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive your betrayal, but I would still prefer to stay with Ingfrith if she would have me. But I care for you as well. I have to wonder, what'll happen to me after both of you die? Can my soul even return to the wheel? Though I've only known life as a weapon and I've no desire to die, neither do I want to live forever. I'm only a weapon. A tool. And even though you're still a ham-handed halfwit, I trust you. So you decide.
You're right. After what I've done, I have no claim to it.
What can I do you for? Sure thing.
So our charted routes were destined to cross again, eh? You got the look of a true pirate about you. Cutthroat, cunning, sunburnt. I like it. Anything in my trove catches your eye, you let me know. All right.
Gelarde, such a solace it is to see you again. Well, share and share, as is the law of the coast. Meaning what? But at last, you were able to read his soul? Despite how much time has passed? You're trepanning me. Must be. Well, amico, I must ask that you enlighten me. A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must of course presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn of our Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors? I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe. and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation. Keep an ear to the sea, Himiko. I will contact you when I have made a significant gain into the investigation of our mysterious floating hangman. Ado, and how is the sea treating you, Watcher? Yet by some means you have acquired it. How remarkable. Ah, I know these symbols. This is the Burning Palace, see? The symbol represents the Dokotsi family, which means you are in possession of the royal sword of Gran Vaelia, the Engoliero do Esbirs, ac? Merla, but it appears to be sealed tight. Perhaps we might use this to bargain with Rivan, should we ever chance a meeting with her. Come, let us share a fine conversation. I am listening, amico. What weighs on your mind in this moment, Casita? Prosperity be with you.
Are you ready to meet our commander? Right this way, Captain.
I don't actually drink out of the skulls. I just turned them into cups for decoration. But what can I do, you lovesome? You do know how I like them. And how much they make me like you, Dove. So I heard. And so I'm impressed. I like when someone does me and mine a favor. Makes me feel real friendly towards them, you know? And I like to give my friends little tokens of my appreciation, like this. Expect me to be in touch, if or when I need you. Elsewise, do come to see me should you happen to uncover any particularly juicy tidbits regarding Ferrante's political schemes. I've got a problem, Watcher, and I think you're just the captain to solve it. Me and Ferrante don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, not least of which is the future of the Principe. We got few rules amongst us new bloods, but one of them is that you live free. We steal and we might murder, but if you pledge to us, you're our blood. Our family. Now, if I were to act in direct opposition to Ferrante, he'd use it to call a vote of the Council of Captains. He'd see me swinging by the neck. But no one's got a leash on you. Which means if you were to, perchance, free the slaves at Crookspur, Ferrante couldn't do piss all about it. No one deserves to be enslaved by another. Understand? I'm asking you to sail to Crooksburg to meet with one of mine. She's hiding within their midst, and will have insider information on the slavers. She'll find you, Lovesome. You'll know her by her scar. It's a ghastly sight. Well, well, ain't that a fine thing to know? It makes sense, for certain. Aiding the slavers is small fry for a captain like Ferrante. It wouldn't pay well enough to be worth the investment. If you've evidence of his involvement, keep it close. We may be able to use it to our benefit later. Oh, and this here's a little something for you. I know they base their operations in the Deadfire out of Crooksburg. I know they're small but ruthless, and they've run into problems shipping around the islands. I've only suppositions to offer you, Lovesome. But I'd bet my swollenette Ferrante is attempting to gain standing with someone other than the slavers. Aiding the slavers is small fry for a captain like Ferrante. It wouldn't pay well enough to be worth the investment. No, he's got ulterior motives, mark my words. Find me when you've freed those slaves. I'll make it worth your while. Captain? Got something for me, Dove? I'm all ears. Nekataka? But why there, Lovesome? Well, go on then. I'm sure you've heard our saying, share and share, as is the law of the coast. Explains how she's captain of an undead crew. That also tells me, if she's a death guard, then there'll be something she's wanting most fierce. Something she may be willing to bargain for. This bit of knowledge is something I can assuredly work with. I always did like untangling the threads of history. It's like puzzling out an encoded treasure map. Only to reap these spoils, we've to uncover the mysteries of the past. Give me time, and I'll find the means to deal with Lucia. Then we'll be one fathom closer to commandeering the floating hangman. As you wish, Dove. I am happily and wholeheartedly at your disposal. That I do, Lovesome. A real powerful one you got there. Where in Aora did you happen to find it? Think Ravan will be wanting it back then? I know I do. Hold on to that, Lovesome. You've given me a thought as to how I might track the floating hangman. I'll tell you further when I know more myself.